Hi, Karen. We're meeting with Karen Pitzen, one of our volunteers with the Rocky Mount Raptor program today. Just asking a few questions. First of all, Karen, tell me a little bit about why you started volunteering with our program.
Oh, I saw Jessica in Loveland at Art in the Park, and I think she was with a red-tailed hawk, and I walked right up to it, and I was just so moved by being so close and like the beauty and the wildness that I just wanted to do that. I just said, I want to volunteer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so, how long have you been a volunteer now?
I believe about 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you also volunteer with your husband, correct?
Right. We kind of support each other because you have to get up pretty early in the morning. So we have a routine. And even this morning when we were driving, you see a beautiful sunrise. And then we were talking about how in these difficult times, how good it feels to be doing something that contributes, that's outside of ourselves, that we feel productive, and we were just talking about how it's just really helping us just get through the virus. And
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It is definitely a feel-good thing.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's hard work and it's challenging, but it's also really fun.
What do you think is the most fun part of it?
Well, if you see a bird that you've been caring for a few months and you see that it's been released and you see the way it flies away, it's just very uplifting, and you just feel good for days after.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So you're active on the rehabilitation side, correct?
That's right.
Yeah. And why is it that you chose to follow that side of our program?
I think that it's interesting to be a part of the healing and to see it happen, even though it doesn't always work out. When you do see a bird recover or able to stand up or able to fly up to a perch, and you feel a part of that, I think that's why I do it.
That's great. That's great. So now you have this beautiful painting of a snowy owl sitting next to you. And Karen is one of our very talented artists in our program who painted this. So tell me a little bit about the painting and your process and what you do with that.
Well, I try to paint the birds that we have had here or we have here now. And I think when I start to paint, I try to paint that particular bird, but then after a while I'm just painting, I look at other pictures of snowy owls and I'm just actually just trying to make it a beautiful painting. So it kind of goes from being the bird that we have or had here to being just a painting of a bird. So it's a big process for me, and I learn a lot about how their feet are formed and their beaks and their eyes and their feathers, and you kind of have to study to
Yeah,
paint. So.
yeah. Well, you're very talented.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you been painting all your life?
Pretty much, yeah, different things, never raptors, but yes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when you started here, I did the bug to paint the patients get into you right away?
That's I can't really remember exactly how I started, but I just started looking at them. I was fascinated by how different they look and when they move, and their size even seems to change. They stand up, they fluff up, they can look huge, and they
Right.
can just be a small bird. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's see, 6 years now. Thinking back over that time, do you have a single most moving or enjoyable moment during that time with us?
Well, without starting to cry, the most recent was the little American kestrel that had flown over a methane flare, and all of his feathers were burned, and they were like just barbs sticking out. It was just, and he had so much spirit, and that he finally molted and grew in his feathers and was released was probably one of the best things that I've ever been a part of.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you for all your time with the program.
Sure,
And-
sure,
and-
it's a joy.
And thank you for allowing this time to video what inspires you here.
Okay, you're welcome.